What's up guys, and welcome back to another video. It's recap time for Ireland versus Argentina that took place on Saturday evening. Another epic encounter. So much excitement within this game. Ireland weren't the team that we knew from the Six Nations and against Australia. They were rattled. They were put under pressure from a very passionate Argentine side, and for that I give this team credit where credit is due. They showed a lot of heart, a lot of potential. They had their opportunities. They scored some good points. They were there competing, which was impressive. I think a lot of us maybe thought, with Ireland being on the current roll that they are, that they would maybe beat them with more points, but that didn't happen. And credit to Argentina for showing up, putting in valiant performances. And that's the thing, we can definitely see so much improvement from Argentina. I was talking about it at work today. The passion within the squad is amazing. The emotion within. Sometimes they're tough and they can do a little silly mistakes, but often 99% of the time the emotion shows and the passion for the game comes out, which is so awesome as a fan to watch. As for Ireland, obviously a few question marks within the game, a lot to work on, I think, as we go into their biggest test match of the year, and that's against the world number one, the All Blacks. It's going to be an epic battle. They're going to want to tidy up on a few things. Obviously there are things to be proud of and to have improved, to capitalize on, but there's a lot of work that needs to be done if they're wanting to compete with the All Blacks and beat them. For me, they were a bit sloppy. They didn't find their rhythm. They slowly got there, sloppy in the start to find their rhythm against Argentina, and that they need to work on, because against the All Blacks you've got to be strong from the get-go. You need to be alert, you need to be quick, you need to be determined. Yes, they got their rhythm eventually, which is important for them going for the All Blacks, because you've got to have the rhythm going, otherwise the All Blacks are going to walk you. We saw what happened to England. 15-0 up was the English, and the All Blacks just seem to always come back, and that's one thing Ireland need to take into account as they go into this. Otherwise they're going to miss out on opportunities. Obviously Kieran picking up a try, Bundy Akai picking up a try, Luke McGrath picking up a try, Sexton kicking off the points. For me, wasn't his best game. I think he needs to improve a bit more. Obviously we all allowed bad games, but for me he wasn't that's strong this weekend. Dan Levy did a great job, I thought, on the field, coming in for Sean O'Brien, which was unfortunately victim of his broken arm. James Ryle tackled himself to a standstill and was deservedly named man of the match. I mean, massive credit to him. As I said, Luke McGrath did well when he replaced Kieran at scrum half, but it's just they need to work on the sloppiness of the performance. And again, like I said, Johnny Sexton just wasn't his strong game, wasn't at 100%, and he needs to be at 100% against the All Blacks. If you look at Beauden Barrett, that man had an absolute shiner of a game against England, and you've got to have your fly off on par. I don't know what the situation was with Conor Murray. There was talk that he might be able to make the game this weekend. I really hope he can against New Zealand. I'm dying to see the battle of Aaron Smith and Conor Murray and TJ Perinar. I think it's going to be epic. Look, it was a sloppy performance, and I'll get into some of the stats now, but Ireland have the capability, the players, to bounce back and to show up and give a strong performance against the All Blacks. Like I said in that video you'll see with New Zealand and England, when you play the All Blacks, it seems to bring out so much out of the opponents, because they want to beat the best, they want to play their best performance against the world champs, and I think that's going to be the key and why we will see a different Irish team this weekend against the All Blacks. I think they're going to tidy up on the sloppiness that they had this past weekend and go at it with a different mindset, different game. I'm pretty sure Sexton's going to be back on form. I know there were a few people upset with him in the comment section for the predictions video, but you know what, these things happen. These players can't always play at 100% every game. Look at Malcolm Marx, he lost the game for us against England 2 weeks ago. So these things happen, but it's important for these players to bounce back and show up and give their performance to redeem themselves. And Johnny Sexton, with the caliber that this man has, the skill level, the brilliance of this man as a fly-off, I reckon he will be perfect for a comeback. He's great stuff. Argentina, Bautista Delgado picking up a try in the 17th minute. Only one try to the Argentines, which is unfortunate, but it's just one of those things. But credit to them for putting up a strong effort and really, really showing the passion and heart that we all know and love from the Argentines. For me in particular, I love watching them play. If we look at this match stats for the attacking side, possession 61% to Ireland, 67% territory to Ireland. So Ireland were definitely in charge of the game a bit more, and obviously finished off quite well. And once again, which you don't often see, the stats match the result. So credit to Ireland for that comeback there. It's not always easy, especially when a team is at you and are, you could say, annoying, because Argentina put up a great fight, so it wasn't a great one for them, but they still showed a lot of heart, and credit to the Argentines for picking up a great for having a great game, and they should be proud of themselves. If we look at the defending, 120 tackles made from the Irish, 103 of those successful, giving it an 86% rate, which isn't too bad. And then Argentina take a bow here, because 210 tackles made, 186 of them successful, 89%. That's pretty impressive. That's ahead of the Springboks there, so well done to them. But here comes the question mark. 12 penalties conceded for Argentina. They need to work on their discipline. They need to tuck down on these things so they can reduce. Otherwise, points go over and they lose the game. Only 6 penalties conceded for Ireland. So credit to Ireland. The discipline was a lot better. But there's a lot to work on for them. Great win for them. They're going to want to take this confidence into the All Blacks. But obviously, it's never easy. But they'll need to just pick up and where they left off from the Six Nations in Australia, and just take that confidence, that skillfulness. What they played in Six Nations rugby is what they need to bring to the All Blacks and more. It's not going to be easy for them. It's going to be one heck of a contest. For me, the game of the year, Ireland and Argentina, Ireland and New Zealand, because it's the two best teams. And Steve Hansen said whoever wins this weekend should be named number one. Obviously the rankings won't tell it, but it will prove this. It's the two best teams playing against each other, and whoever wins, if Ireland win, for me they're the best team at this stage. And I agree with Steve Hansen on that. Obviously the All Blacks are brilliant at what they do, but in order for Ireland to win, they've got to play more than 80-minute game. Keep strong, keep fit. Don't let the All Blacks come up at the end, because you might be 20 points ahead in the first half or halfway in the second half. I still won't be confident, because I know what the All Blacks can do. They've done it to the Springboks, they've done it to England, they've done it to Australia, they've done it to any team they've played. Last time they met in Ireland was a tough one. Obviously the game before that they won in America, so Ireland's going to want to redeem themselves from that previous performance in Dublin. So a lot is on the line. Joe Schmidt, great coach. He's going to want to take the success that he's brought to this team and continue it going forward, especially against the All Blacks. But yeah, sloppy performance from the Irish against Argentina, but there's definitely hope for them. Johnny needs to catch a wake up a bit so he can bounce back, but I have all the confidence in the world that he will do that. Great team. Dan, as I said, had a great game for Argentina. Nicolas Sanchez is a gem. Bautista Delgado's try was also great. Augustin, I mean, the heart of that man is just also awesome to watch throughout. So yeah, epic game. I thoroughly enjoyed watching what I could of it, and it was just exciting, and I'm excited for what Argentina have going for them and what they're going to achieve going forward. I think there's so much more that we can look forward to coming from them. As for Ireland, big contest against the All Blacks. They're going to need to rest well and train hard if they're wanting to pick up any form of victory this weekend. It's possible. anything is possible. I think they can actually do it, but it's not going to be easy, and the All Blacks are going to be wanting to redeem themselves for a very tough game over the weekend against England. So it's going to be epic. That's going to do it for today's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't already, make sure you hit the subscribe button so you can keep up to date with all future uploads. So much more to come, so make sure you are subscribed, because we're only just getting started. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Stay safe and never give up. Cheers.